Holdacious, how's it going guys? So today I'll be making a quick video on how you can create more and well defended perimeter walls to surround your base and quarries with. Now this first idea I'll be showing you is actually more offensive than defensive, and it has to do with the ability to walk under foundations in the recent update. And as you can see here, this wall design is made out of pure wood and it's made out of foundations, not with high external walls at all. Now the reason why this design is more offensive is because you can shoot people from the top level or down below in the trenches. So if you have a lot of wood or have a lot of slaves farming wood, then this design is actually pretty useful and pretty cool. Now as we walk inside, I can show off how it works. We can either go up above to the window level and shoot down on anybody possibly approaching our base, or we can go down below into the trenches. I personally enjoy the looks of the trenches. It's kind of cool and pretty well defended. You are hidden with the shadows, so you're a little bit darker, you're harder to see, and you can easily shoot at anybody at ground level, just easily looking over those wooden signs. Now if you build this wall going downhill, you're eventually going to have to place foundations at a lower level. Now you can use this as a fork to either go back up to the window level and shoot down at people, or just keep going along in the trenches. And as you can see, creeping around the trenches is actually pretty cool, and you still get good visuals on the area around you. And it's also good because now you have two different levels you can attack people coming up to your wall on. This can confuse them where you're going to pop out. Now huge signs can be broken down fairly easily, so if you want to, you can use other barricades. I suggest the stone barricades. They only cost 100 stone, and it only takes 2 of them to fill up one foundation. Now you don't have to have wooden signs on each side, but you can if you want to, so you can get a visual on both sides of the wall, like if you're blocking off a whole entire area. But if you're just making a compound where you don't need to be offensive on the inside, you can easily throw up high external walls on the inside of your walls, so they can't just break through your trench and get to the other side. And as you can see, you can easily throw up those walls, so now your trench is actually pretty damn defensive as well. If you want to, you can even surround your base with this wall design, so you can attack people from up above in your windows or down below in your trenches. And here's a quick tip: since you're allowed to walk under foundations, you're actually allowed to build under them as well. This includes foundations, but also chests, sleeping bags. So now that we've placed foundations, we actually have a more eye-level view looking out of the trench. But if you want to surround your base or quarry using the least amount of resources possible, high external stone walls will do the trick, but there's a couple tips I can show you to make them even more defensive and offensive. Now if given enough time, people can pickaxe through your high external stone wall and get to the other side, get at your quarry, your base, or whatever it is. But as I've been playing a lot of Rust, I noticed that I have a lot of metal frags left over. So why don't we use them? We can create metal spikes that we can place in front of those walls that will keep raiders away from your quarries or base. Now these metal spikes are actually quite difficult for anyone with a melee tool to break down, as you barely do any damage to it and it does a lot of damage to you. So the raider now has to waste a lot of ammunition or explosives before they even get to your wall. And even if you want to add that extra flair, you can create yourself a little bit of a scaffolding on the other side so you can look out past your wall and kill anybody on the other side. This adds an offensive position. Now this doesn't really have to cost very much, but I do suggest having the wall closest to your high external stone walls upgraded to at least stone or sheet metal. So if they break through your external wall, they have yet another wall to go through, which isn't so easily pickaxed down. And as you can see, we have a quick and easy ladder system to get to the top. Now that we're up here, we can easily look over our wall and shoot at anybody on the other side. But what about an entrance to that compound, or going through your wall to whatever lies on the other side? Well, I have quite the tip here for you. Now you need to find a flat enough space for your entrance. So place down one high external wall, and now you want to place down a foundation right up against the wall, having one edge of that foundation no further than the wall itself. Now you want to place a doorway, a door, a wall above that doorway, and upgrade all of them. Now you want to place down another high external wall on the other side of your door. Now you want to remove that twig foundation under your doorway, and yet the doorway and wall stays. That's because they are using the stability of the high external walls. But the reason why this tip is so useful, why it's better than actually having that foundation there and upgrading it and placing a doorway on the other side of it, is because that takes up too much space. Using this trick, we're allowed to place doorways upon doorways right behind another in a very compact like fashion. I created 3 layers of high external stone walls. This allowed me to place down 5 armored doors within those 3 high external stone walls. That's 10 C4 it would take to get from the outside to the inside of your compound. And if you don't know, high external stone walls take about 8 C4 to blow through. That's 24 C4 if they wanted to go through anywhere else besides your entrance. Now the reason why this wouldn't really work before is because rockets would bleed through doors and damage all the ones behind it. Well, they fix this now and it doesn't bleed through at all. And what you see here is a combination of all the tips shown today besides the wooden trenches trick. Now this is one badass wall no matter where they try to break through. Going through your wall, having to break through the metal spikes and the 3 layers of high external stone walls, or your entrance that takes 10 C4. Now you just really want to make sure you have cabinets placed on the inside of your compound first and then some surrounding your wall on the outside locked in 1x1 triangles. This will increase the area where people cannot build, so they can't build a raid tower and skip all of these defenses that you just built. And that's the video guys. I hope this video helps some of you build a better offensive, defensive perimeter wall surrounding your quarries, your base, whatever it is. Now this video is targeted more for groups who can actually afford the resources for these designs. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to have a fantastic day. I know that I will. And I will see you guys all later.
Oh yes, how long? 15 minutes, we'll be in. Give us 15 minutes, buddy, we're coming in. Life alert's on the way.
We're coming in right now. Life alert's already here. Holdacious, Darth Holdacious is coming in. It's Walker! STDs, no! What?